Bien, salut à tous, à la manette, c'est Monsieur Pépèche, salut les abonnés, salut YouTube, bienvenue sur la chaîne. Vous voyez là, on est parti dans un truc assez hallucinatoire. Les experts, je vous laisse apprécier la pseudo bande-annonce, des graphismes top quality. On reconnaît quand même les personnages principaux pour ceux qui ont déjà regardé la série. Je pense qu'il y a quand même beaucoup de gens qui connaissent la série. Regardez-moi ces effets incroyables. C'est du grand art. Crime Scene Investigation. Donc je vais vite lancer une nouvelle partie. Alors pareil, on est sur WII. Lancer l'entraînement. Oh là là. Allez, on va le faire. Comme je disais, on est sur WII, qualité graphique upgrade via la WII. Mais je pense que ça va pas faire grand chose, hein, pour être honnête.
Welcome to the CSI training program. We have a special assignment for you. Your new supervisor, Grissom, was working on an extended shift at the CSI garage when he discovered that his late-night snack, a cream-filled donut, had mysteriously disappeared. Your objective will be to find out what happened to Grissom's donut. As your instructor, I'll be showing you the way we do things here at the Las Vegas Crime Lab, including using forensic tools and lab equipment. To exit your training at any time, you can open your PDA, then choose Options menu to exit. The first thing you'll need to do is search the crime scene for evidence. You can look around the scene by touching your cursor to the left and right edges of the screen. Note that when it is possible to move closer to an object, your cursor will change into a green arrow.
D'accord. Ah, d'accord.
Notice that there is a garbage can underneath the car. Let's move it out into the open. You can tell whether an object is movable if your cursor changes into a green hand when moving over the object.
Ok. Superbe. On a récupéré une poubelle.
There may be something inside the garbage can. Let's get a closer look. When viewing an item up close, you can inspect the object from different angles by touching the top, bottom, left, and right edges of the screen with your cursor. To back out of any close-up view, press the B button.
A beep. Ouais, ouais, je vous dis pas, à la WII, c'est une purge. Hein. D'accord.
Now, let's learn to use the tools. Again, look inside the garbage can to view the paper bag.
Ouais, bah, ça, je viens de le faire.
When you're close enough to use a forensic tool, the cursor will change into a toolkit.
Ouais.
Selecting evidence while the kit is open will bring up your CSI tools.
Ouais, d'accord.
Tools fall into two broad categories, those designed for detecting or revealing evidence, and those used for collecting evidence so that it may be analyzed further. Moving the cursor over any of the tools gives a brief description of its use. Use the gloves to pick up the paper bag. Gloves are a collection tool that you will use often in your investigations.
Pointer les gants. Ouais, bon, on a compris, quoi.
When you've collected a piece of evidence, it appears in the evidence viewer. Here you can inspect your evidence for additional clues. To To rotate your evidence, use the arrows to the right of the viewer.
Oh la purge quoi. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Ça, faut appuyer là-dessus.
Did you notice the fingerprint smudge on the bag? Rotate the bag until you can see the fingerprint. Then use the ninhydrin spray to detect it. Ninhydrin is located in the detection tool category. When you have fully revealed the print with the ninhydrin, the fingerprint will automatically be collected.
Qu'est-ce qu'il faut prendre? Ah, ça se prend automatiquement, d'accord. C'est superbe. C'est bon là? D'accord.
You can exit the evidence viewer by pressing the B button.
Ok.
Evidence you collect can be accessed through your Personal Data Assistant, or PDA. Let's open your PDA now.
Je suis comment?
With your PDA, you can view your evidence, review the current case file, travel to key locations, or access the options menu. For now, select Evidence.
Allô?
Your evidence is automatically categorized as
Voilà,
either
petit
trace,
bug
documents,
sonore.
or items. To view the paper bag, select it from the Items category.
Empreinte digitale sur le sac en papier, c'est là?
At any time during the case, you can inspect your evidence further or
D'accord,
review what
c'est
you
bien.
know about it. For now, exit the evidence viewer. To see the different locations in the game that you can visit, open your PDA and select Locations. Locations displayed on the right of the screen are CSI locations. Locations on the left are crime scene locations. Crime scenes are revealed as your case evolves. Tags will appear on crime scene locations to show your progress there. You can turn off this tagging feature by changing the gameplay settings in the Options menu. This menu also allows you to adjust other gameplay options.
Dans le jeu, hein.
You can travel to different locations by selecting them from this screen. For now, let's go to the lab to process your evidence.
Ok. Oh, c'est un peu relou, hein. Bon, en même temps, c'est le tuto, mais ça fait pas rêver, hein. Oula.
This is the CSI Crime Lab. Here you can analyze, compare, and process the evidence you collect. The lab includes the following workstations: an assembly table, a comparison microscope, a trace analysis computer, a DNA analysis workstation, and a chemical analyzer. You're now going to process the fingerprint that you found at the crime scene. To begin, let's move to the trace analysis computer.
L'analyse de preuves. Allez hop.
Now select the computer screen, then select Fingerprints from the computer menu.
Oh, c'est vraiment sélectionner l'écran de l'ordinateur. Ouais, ok. Empreinte digitale.
Go ahead and select the fingerprint from the paper bag.
Dans la fenêtre de gauche. D'accord. Excusez-moi. Comparaison B. Non, qu'est-ce qu'il me fait?
Here you can search for similar prints in the CSI database records. You can also compare any two fingerprints to see if they are a match. If you find multiple fingerprints at a crime scene, it's usually a good idea to see if they match. In this case, however, you only have one print, so the databases are your only option. Go ahead and search each database until you find possible match results.
Ok. Et donc on peut les comparer avec des pièces à conviction. Allez hop.
Next, select one of the search results. It will appear in the second viewing pane. Here we are matching a partial print to a full print. Select the partial print by placing the cursor over it, holding down the A button, and dragging the print into one of the 4 quadrants in the second viewing pane. Release the button to drop it into place. If the partial print does not appear to match, you can choose another quadrant, or try another fingerprint. When you find the matching quadrant, select Confirm Match.
Ok, là. Non, c'est pas ça. C'est un peu merdique hein, votre truc. Rien qui correspond quoi. Bon, je vais faire ça. Oh si, ça marche. Allez, confirmer. D'accord. Du premier coup.
Good work. The fingerprint on the paper bag matches the prints of Officer Robertson, an LVPD officer. You may now bring Officer Robertson in for questioning, but first, let's review your case file. To review the case file, open your PDA and select Case File.
Ouais, tout ça, ça va vite me péter le cerveau. Hein. Je pense que faire une enquête sans tuto...
The case file holds a summary of everything you've learned about victims and suspects.
Ouais.
Select the Suspects tab at the top of the case file
Par
to
contre,
learn
la voix
about
du
your new
narrateur me
suspect.
tape sur le système d'une puissance.
Now, let's look at your evidence trinity. The evidence trinity is a guide to measuring your progress in a case. You must find evidence that links the suspect to the victim to the crime scene, and the crime scene to the suspect. Finding enough of these connections will give Captain Brass the proof he needs to bring suspects in for questioning, gain search warrants, and eventually make an arrest. Now let's exit the case file.
Ok.
Now let's head over to Captain Brass's office to get your warrant.
Ouais, ça je commence à comprendre. Hop. C'est la brasse.
This is the office of Captain Jim Brass, who works with your team. His job is to do any police procedures you would need. He can obtain search warrants, put out APBs, or detain suspects for questioning. Now let's ask Captain Brass for a warrant. Notice that when you move your cursor over him, the cursor changes into a speech bubble. This means you can talk to him.
A speech bubble. Bonjour. Puis-je obtenir un mandat?
Well, there's no real need to get a judge involved if you're only looking for a missing donut. But since this is a tutorial, I'll have him brought into the interrogation room immediately.
Ok, c'est cool. Ah, petit coquin, tu as volé le beignet de Grissom.
When you're granted a warrant to bring a suspect in for questioning, Captain Brass will bring them directly to this room. Note that while a character is speaking, you can skip to the end of their current line by pressing the B button. You may now begin questioning Officer Robertson.
Où étiez-vous entre 8h et 10h? Quelqu'un a volé le beignet de Grissom.
Nope, not a clue.
Tu te fous vraiment de notre pomme, hein?
Well, sure, my prints are on the bag. I was the one who bought the donut. I left it in the car for him, like always. Never saw it again after that.
Ce n'était pas si évident que ça. Je vois des miettes sur votre chemise. Où ça?
Crumbs. Those must be something else.
Je dois prélever ces miettes pour une analyse chimique.
A chemical test? What, you science types think you can match these crumbs to the ones left in the bag? Well, look, Grissom Jr., there's no need to go that far. I admit, I ate it, okay?
Ah bah voilà, mon gars.
Jeez, I didn't mean to cause any trouble. I was really hungry. Grissom left that bag alone in the car for hours. I thought he didn't want it. So I ate the donut and threw the bag in the trash. Look, I'll apologize and make it up to him. I promise. Just don't tell my wife. I'm supposed to be on a diet.
Congratulations, this case is officially closed. And remember, if you ever find yourself stuck on a particular case, you can always talk to your CSI partner and ask for hints. Your training is now complete. To exit, select Options menu from your PDA. Good luck on your next assignment.
Mon Dieu. Alors c'est où? Ah, les paramètres ici, les options, d'accord. Ah ah, il y a même un truc audio, tiens. Oh, au niveau du son, ça va. Hein. Là, je vais baisser un peu.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey. Oui, ok. Non, je vais aller au menu principal. Non, je vais pas quitter. On va continuer là. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Il se fout de ma tronche. Qu'est-ce qu'elle m'a dit de faire? Qu'est-ce qu'il faut faire? Eh mec, comment on sauvegarde? Si je fais ça, ça fait quoi? Je peux me déplacer ou pas? Non, je peux rien faire. Bon, écoutez, on va s'arrêter là. On verra bien où on reprend la prochaine fois. Je pense pas qu'on puisse sauvegarder dans le didacticiel. Hein. Elle m'a dit quoi? Je pense que oui, là on a arrêté là, l'entraînement bah c'est mortadelle, hein, on l'a fait, c'était un peu relou mais bon on a retrouvé le beignet de Grissom. La prochaine fois, rendez-vous pour l'enquête des experts Crime Scene Investigation. On verra ça sur une autre vidéo, allez lâchez des pouces, des commentaires, abonnez-vous, partagez et moi je vous dis à très bientôt. Au WII, au Wiimote et à la Nunchuk, c'était Pépèche. Bye bye.